This canyon gives me the creeps. It's so desolate.
Yep, but it seems like it's the only way to get to the Enchanted Isles.
Maybe we should find another way around. I don't like the look of this place.
I could wild shape into an eagle and fly over it. I think it would be safer.
And quicker. Let's do it.
Oh no, it's not working. I can't change forms. Wait, let me try again.
Maybe it's the canyon's way of saying, no eagles allowed.
Haha, let's see your spell casting.
Okay, here we go. Well, on a second thought, who needs magic when you've got charm, right? I mean, come on, what's the worst that could happen?
Lovette, I don't think it's a good idea to sing here. We don't know what creatures might be lurking nearby. Our voices could attract unwanted attention.
Oh, but just one little line, Sionnach, please. I promise I'll be quick.
No, Lovette, no, it's too risky. We need to stay focused and alert.
Fine. I understand. No singing. Chase dreams, break chains, fly free. Sorry, but see? Nothing happened. Well, if it isn't the consequences of my actions.
They're goblins! Lovette, run!
You know, I don't mind there are goblins, but I do mind there are dozens of them. My arrows are not enough.
Look at what we got, eh? Shiny little trinkets, eh? They're shiny. Gimme.
Hey, get your filthy hands off that.
What is this? The little elf wants your shiny bracelet back.
Lovette, don't.
Quiet, Louis. Now that they're unconscious, take him to the Goblin King. He was searching for a path to entertain him.
Rise and shine, Sleeping Beauty. I've got some news for you.
What now?
Just a little mix of good and bad. Which one do you want first?
Give me the bad news.
Yeah, we're locked up in this cozy little cell, waiting for an audience with the Goblin King.
Wonderful. What's the good news?
Oh, you're gonna love this. The Goblin King was so impressed with my singing, he wants me as his personal bard.
Lovette!
I'm joking. Actually, I'm not joking, but that's not the good news. The good news is that.
What is that?
Crystals. There are many of them scattered around the place. I think they have something to do with our incapability of casting spells.
How do you know all this?
Well, someone spilled the beans. You know, I can be charming. And that doesn't need spell slots.
Fine. What's the plan then?
Alright, listen. I'll use my charms to convince the Goblin King to let me play my lyre for him. That's how I'll know where our stuff is. Once I've got my hands on it, I'll take aim at that crystal with the arrow I've hidden in my boot.
In your boot? When did this happen?
I've managed to sneak one past them while they were busy searching my belongings and thought I was still unconscious.
Whoa, that was such a good call. But what about the crystals? What if they're not the reason we can't use magic?
Well, that's a risk we need to take.
Okay, say that we can use our magic. Then what?
Stop the mumbling! You're coming with us. The king wants to see you. Both of you.
So, you are the ones my people spoke of. They said you were a feisty one, bard. Were you possibly looking for this bracelet? Why is that so precious to you? I wonder.
Oh, that old thing? It was just a payment for a concert I once performed for a lord. But now, the opportunity to play for a king. There is no greater honor than this.
I'll hold on to that. Play something for us, bard. If it is good enough, I will let your friend live another day without water or food.
Of course, my king, but in order to make it truly extraordinary, could I have my lyre back?
Your lyre?
My king, I don't think that's a good idea.
Are you questioning my decisions?
No, my king.
Give it to her. No one can use magic out here anyway. They are hopeless.
Thank you, my king.
Our powers are back.
Sionnach, our staff!
Capture them! No! Kill them! Kill them now!
For the king! Finish that singing, lad. Let's get her.
Protect her. Not on my watch.
Lieutenant!
What are you doing, bud? Do not come near me, you freak! You are finished!
You may sit upon your throne of stone and wield your petty authority, but know this, I'm not one to be trifled with. Return what is rightfully mine, or face the consequences of your folly.
Take it! It's just a stupid bracelet. But, you see, I am the king here, and everyone protects the king. There is no escape for you, bard. Oh,
It's not Bard, it's Lovette. Remember this. Sionnach, come, do it!
Harder!
curse you!
That was insane. Lovette?
This crystal seems fascinating. Its magic was on another level.
Yes, but I can still feel my magical powers.
Maybe by destroying one, you cut the magic link to all. Incredible.
You know, you felt kinda off out there. And all this for a bracelet.
It's not just a bracelet! I'm sorry. Exceed gave it to me when I met him before my concert in Astron. It's the only thing I have left from him.
I'm sorry, Lovette. I had no idea.
It's not your fault. I need to know when to keep my mouth shut, to be honest. Lesson learned. Don't worry, Leafy. Everything is fine now, okay? Let's go. Next stop, Zephyros. Welcome to another episode of the DnD podcast. Today we're unlocking the Arcane Vault to explore the fascinating world of magic items, from mystical swords that whisper secrets of the past to cloaks woven with the threads of invisibility. We'll uncover the most powerful, or not, artifacts and their mysterious powers. So, grab your spellbook, ready your bag of holding, and let's delve into the magical mysteries of D&D. But, as always, before we jump into our questions, there are some people I really want to thank and give a shout out to. The voice actors who have participated in today's intro and gave their voices to many of the characters. A big thank you and a shout out to Shengdi, who apart from being a talented voice actor, he is also such a great and passionate person and gave his all to perform all the different voices and sounds of the goblins. Really, guys, he did all the goblins. I mean, so much respect. And also our Goblin King, voiced by the super duper talented Jonathan Guy, who is the epitome of he understood the assignment, and he also gives all the Vol'jin vibes. And after his performance, we are so tempted to play WoW again as a Horde character, even though we've said before, we're Alliance girls in this podcast. Anyway, we thank you so much, and you will find all the information down in the description box, so go and check them out. Hi Val, how are you? Are you ready for today's discussion?
Well, I'm doing my best as always, getting there steadily. How about you, Zephy?
You're doing your best, and that's the best you do. I've said this line once a few weeks ago, and now I'm just spamming it to her every time. Well, I'm doing fine.
Fine. It's good
Fine.
enough.
It's good enough. So I remember how excited you were when we first brought up the topic about magic items.
Yes.
So I'm sure you have a lot to say today.
Whatever I can remember.
And let's go back to our questions. I think I will begin with the most basic question, because, basic questions come first. What is your all-time favorite magic item in D&D?
Oh, I love this question.
The stage is yours.
It is. I will always choose the Staff of the Woodlands.
Okay. Why is that?
Because that was on Sionnach's bucket list for so many years, and she didn't actually manage to ever find or afford it.
This DM is a nightmare.
Well, yeah, exactly. But anyway, only because it sounds cool for a half dryad to have a staff that can create trees. Having the ability to use Pass Without a Trace without using any charges. I love Pass Without a Trace.
Fair.
It's one of my favorite spells, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It is the best magic item for druids, hands down. First of all, how cool would Sionnach look holding it? Like, for real.
Hands down. For real.
I can already picture it. But yes, I was really gutted when we stopped playing in our campaign, and I had to say goodbye to her dream of getting that stuff. I did get the item in a Curse of Strahd campaign with a different druid character, Tathariel, but it wasn't the same, of course.
Nothing's the same when you play Curse of Strahd. Even the brightest thing is meant to fade away. But I think that the Staff of the Woodlands is an item that definitely fits to Sionnach, and that gives me ideas. So interesting. Noted for the future. Which is my favorite item? Can you guess?
I'm not something sparkly.
You're so close. It's the glamored studded leather.
I've never heard of it.
Well, okay. It is a studded leather, okay, that as a bonus action, you can change the appearance of this, armor you're wearing. So you're wearing whatever you like. You make your armor look exactly as you want it to look like. So I love clothes and fashion and style, even though in my real life I mostly dress in jeans and t-shirts, since I am so lazy. But in a fantasy world, I would wear different clothes every day, depending on the occasion. And in my long rests, as an elf, I would choose the best outfit for the next day. And it also gives you a +1 to your AC, which is much appreciated.
And also, a fun fact, Lovette wears it in her series, which is why her
I
outfits
didn't
change
know.
all the time. Yeah. Okay, I'm so excited. It's a rare find. During our campaign, we met an NPC wearing this awesome item, and Lovette wanted it so bad. So she offered to buy or trade for it. And when the NPC said no, Lovette decided to cast Modify Memory on her to make the NPC think they'd agreed to a deal. So Lovette got it for way less than it's worth. The things we do for a good outfit.
Oh, I know.
Anyway, another question though. Do you prefer items that give you a plus bonus or an extra ability?
I'd love to say the second one,
But
especially when there are so many magic items that give you all this nice, cool extra abilities and features. Like, for example, the Staff of the Woodlands.
okay, you'll get it. You'll get it.
Yeah, but there's always a but. I usually play classes with all spells known, like clerics and druids, and having to remember extra abilities from an item on top of that, I can't do it. I give up, okay?
Yeah.
I know I sound so lazy right now, but I just forget because my brain goes ballistics during a fight. I try to scheme and plan my next move so strategically. My brain literally ends up overheating. So it happened before. I swear it happened because I do remember what the spell does, but every time I have an extra ability by an item or I don't know, by a feature, I just forget. I forget to use it. I was a halfling with Willow and I had lucky and I couldn't remember to re-roll
you had-
my natural
yeah.
ones
Yeah.
because I was just so into the battle and I just wanted to fight and fight and fight and focus on the spells. So it was just as mental. So I'd probably say I would choose the +1 armor or a
Wise
+1
choice.
to all attacks and damage. That works perfectly for everyone, I think.
You know, I relate with you on so many levels on this because that's the reason I too don't prefer playing full casters because I lose focus. Okay, you'll tell me you play a bard. She's a full caster. Yeah, she is, but bards have spells that are mostly situationals. Few of them are made for battle, and I don't want to think a lot when I'm fighting. I want to have a weapon to attack and a few spells to support it. For example, Lovette has the Guardian of Nature spell, and you transform either as a tree or a primal beast, and it gives you some advantages. So, yes, I want to keep it simple, stupid, and I appreciate items that give you armor. Just armor. I love armor. I stack armor.
We love armor.
Dorothy loves armor.
Oh,
We
yes,
love
we
armor.
did.
Better safe than sorry.
Exactly.
But tell me, do you strategically choose magic items depending on the class you have chosen? And if you do, what are your top 3 combos?
What do you think?
Let me see.
Scheming forever. Let's think. For clerics,
Okay.
I'd probably have to go with the Amulet of Health
Oh,
because your
strong.
Constitution score is 19 while you wear this amulet. It says it all. I don't have to worry about concentration checks anymore, and I can go around and heal people without being scared of mimicking around enemies. So better safe than sorry, as you said. For druids, I'd say a magic weapon or armor that gives you +1 to all attacks and spells. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't want more. The Amulet of Health though would work for a druid as well, I guess.
Yeah.
These concentration spells are killing me, man. Druids. Well,
Yeah, that's all they got. That's
I know,
the
and
difficulty.
I remember having to argue to get that feat that Matthew Mercer created, dual focus, that you can have 2 of them at the same time.
Yeah.
And then if you roll low on your concentration check, basically you just lose both of the spells.
Did he give it to you or not? I don't remember.
I think Iris did, but everyone else said no.
Decline. Yeah. Okay, I can see why, but it's great. It's great. If someone
great.
allows it, it's great.
It's high risk though.
But high
Anyway.
reward.
Yeah, exactly. For Rangers, because I do love playing Rangers, it's always my third option as a class. I'd say a good old bracers of archery, straightforward and
Oh,
effective, like a good archer.
yes, yes. Oh,
I want to hear yours.
chef's kiss. Amulet of Health is such a powerful item, as we've said, and I think it is rare, is it not? I don't know. For a cleric, I would also choose the Mace of Disruption. Because if you
Hmm.
play against undeads and fiends, it gives you an extra radiant damage, which is nice, and also the possibility to destroy an undead foe in an instant, or make it feel frightened by your presence. And it can also work as a torch in the dark. I don't know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Another one, lately I've been thinking about rogues. I don't know why.
Yeah, you always think about rogues.
And if I ever play one, I would definitely choose the Boots of Elvenkind because, I would definitely make an elf. Anyway, surprise, surprise. Since stealth is crucial to this build because you're already proficient with stealth, and with this item, you roll with advantage too. And that's perfect for your sneak attacks and to roll critical. And finally, for a wizard, maybe I definitely pray for the robe of the How can I call it? How do I call this?
Archmage.
Archmagi. That one item is so perfect in any way. And I want to fall into my hands if I ever play wizard, since it is legendary, and you know how difficult it is to be obtained. But it gives you so many tasty traits.
I've never heard of it either, to be honest, but Boots of Elvenkind, I love them.
Yeah, they're amazing.
I've got a serious question though.
Oh, okay. I'm scared.
Potions and scrolls or gear and armor? Which one is more important, you think?
Oh, okay. The only time I have actually used a scroll was in Baldur's Gate 3, to be honest. And I think I started liking them since then. Lovette also was trying to create her own scrolls during the campaign because she's a magic junkie. But in order to do so, you need to have the spell knowledge, the spell casting ability, the material components, some time, some cost, spell casting checks, and patience. A lot of patience. So I like scrolls, not potions though. I only like them when I'm badly injured and I need healing, and our healer is not healing. But I would absolutely choose gear and armor for sure because I want to wear the things I buy.
Of course you do.
Please.
Well, in my opinion, just because I always play support class, I'd say gear is more important to me. I need a good AC, so I will make it to the next round just so I can heal everyone.
Yeah, that's true.
Surely healing potions are important, but you can't use them on dead people, can you?
But your healing spells, not healing spells, your necromancy spells, you can use it on dead
Revivify.
people.
Yeah, you can use Revivify, but if the cleric is dead, then I'm sorry, but you won't get any
Yep, nope. Support your local
Exactly.
cleric.
support. Your local cleric. When it comes to scrolls, I never understood scrolls. It feels like a waste of money when something is only one use. I'm a reuse, recycle to save the planet kind of gal.
Okay, here is the ecological vibe.
They are good though. If you
Mhm.
think about the fact you don't need to waste a spell slot,
That's
but
true.
they're so expensive. I don't understand why. So I'd say gear and armor for me as well because it stays with you longer. But let me ask you something else. Who do you think, in your opinion, is the person from your party to be given the first magic item you just found? For example, do you follow the rule of whoever finds the item keeps it, or is there a class that you'd prioritize to get an item first?
We always try to share the loot based on who can benefit most from each item. So it makes sense to give items like, for example, the Boots of Elvenkind to a rogue instead of our paladin, for example. that's useless. However, it really gets under my skin when some players hoard items that could be game changers for others, but are practically useless for themselves. And it's so
You know who you
frustrating.
are.
Yeah,
You know
you
who
know
you
who you
are.
are. You know who you are. Uh, seriously, I'm sitting there thinking, dude, what that could be so useful for our next encounter. But of course, you can't just call it out because of the whole metagaming issue. So you just sit there and suffer in silence and tears.
I'd say according to what the magic item is, in my opinion, I always prefer to give the armor to the cleric or the paladin
Of
or the
course.
druid or someone who can actually stay alive in order to save you and can wear armor. Because, for example, sorcerers cannot wear armor anyway, so why would you want to keep one? I
Exactly.
don't understand.
Exactly. Give it.
If it's a scroll or a wand or anything magic oriented, definitely to the wizard or the warlock or the sorcerer. But yeah, the cleric always deserves to get the best gear first. And not because I always play the support, okay? Who's going to save you when they're gone? Tell me.
Guys, we've said it before. Keep the healers alive so you can stay alive too. It's simple
Exactly.
maths.
Simple math. On to the next question, though. If you were a DM, would you let your players craft items if they had the right tools and gold? Also, do you think it's worth it to upgrade your current items or buy new ones that are better?
100%. If they have the appropriate tools and enough gold pieces and the patience, because crafting gives engagement and creativity to the game. And it also allows the players to personalize their gear and really feel involved in the world. And as for upgrading current items versus buying new ones, I'd say it really depends on the items you have and the ones you find. If an item has sentimental value to a character or a unique feature that fits perfectly with their abilities or the story, upgrading it might enhance both its usefulness and its personal importance. However, if a newly discovered item offers more advantages or opens up new possibilities for character development, purchasing it or obtaining it in general might be the better choice.
I totally agree with you with what you said. And I think I'd be so excited to see my players craft an item. It has never happened to me as a DM, nor as a player, to be honest. But crafting an item sounds so cool, especially if you're an artificer. Also, upgrading sounds way better than buying just a better item for me. Even in video games, I had to upgrade the items until they were no good use to me because if I get attached to anything, I can't let go. Now that I remembered though, last time we played together in a one shot, one of your characters created an item. Is that right?
One of my characters created
Because you were an artificer.
Oh yeah, Rocky.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah,
So-
Rocky. Yeah, but she was an artificer. Of course she would. That's what she does.
I know, but I just remembered that I've been lying to everyone all this time. I thought I've never experienced it, but you actually crafted an item and you gave
Okay.
it
I have a
to
question.
party.
Have you ever used the items Rocky gave to you?
Yeah, we have once.
Really? Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's so exciting. It was
I'm gonna
a
ask
great
you.
one shot. We'll talk about it in a later episode, another
We
episode.
should talk about it. I was gonna ask you though.
Yeah.
What I know what is gonna happen after this. I know that you're gonna talk for ages. What is your favorite homebrew item of all times?
Okay, homebrew, huh? Spaso, my GM, has created a magical item with the name Jewel of Fate. It is an artifact in the form of a bracelet. So when you start your attunement with this item, you understand that it wants to bond with you and you can immediately stop the attunement if you don't like it. But once you're attuned, you roll a saving throw of your choice. And if you are a character below 11 level, you roll with disadvantage. If you are 11 or more, you roll with advantage instead. Now, on a failed save, the DC is 18. You cannot withstand the bond and your body gives in. So one of your leaves starts to disintegrate brutally.
What?
Yes. And you roll 1d4 to see which part of you is gone. But if you successfully pass the DC, you have the ability to challenge a creature to a duel of fate. Think of it as the ulti of the Mordekaiser from the League of Legends. You remember the
Yeah.
nightmare?
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and no one can escape from there till at least someone drops dead or unconscious. And I mean, how cool is that? Morde is so cool. So this item is cool too. It is very cool actually for a monk or a barbarian. They're like, I'm in charge here. If they pass the save at least.
That is actually quite cool. But who was the one who attuned to it in your group?
Actually, it came down to either Drake, the barbarian, or Exceed the monk wanting it, but ultimately Exceed ended up attuning to it. To be honest, mechanically and from a role-playing perspective, it fit better to him. Mechanically because, monks, unarmed combat, stunning strikes. Later on, he would even have the Diamond Soul ability, which gives you proficiency to all saves, and you can spend a key point to reroll a failure. You already roll with advantage because he was 11 level, so broken. So the possibilities to have a limb disintegrated would be very limited. And as for the RP, his name is Exceed, and he chose his name. So you understand that he wanted to exceed his potentials, and he was also very competitive. So the item was a perfect match.
Yeah, but didn't you want it as well? Because I know that Lovette is also really competitive. She always strives to be really powerful.
She is, indeed. And she definitely wants to be more powerful, but she is an archer and she knows she sucks in 1v1 battles. She wants distance, she wants cover, things that this item didn't offer. And having the risk of losing a hand, how would she play the lute or the lyre? That would be the end of her career.
Of course. But through the years,
Okay.
I have definitely got so many magic items, homebrew and not homebrew as well. But as you know, I can barely remember the names of my characters anymore because of my old age.
Shut up.
Also, Iris, hi, Rudy.
Oh, Aris.
Iris used to give so many homebrew magic items. I do remember that detail, but I don't remember any of them. I'm so sorry. So I'll just talk about my favorite homebrew item of all times that is created by drum roll, please. Matthew Mercer. The mantle of the Tempest, worn by the voice of the Tempest, Keyleth, of course. I don't care what it does. I don't care about anything else apart from the fact that this is literally a cloak made of fallen leaves. Nothing more to say thank you.
This cloak is so beautiful. It's so
It is.
dreamy. Okay, guys, please normalize and bring into fashion the capes out of leaves so we can wear them outside and live the dream without the others looking at us like creeps and weirdos. Please.
Please.
I know Val would be the first to do
Oh,
it.
I would just buy it straight away. In different colors. One for spring, one for summer, one for autumn, one for winter.
I love the concepts. I love it. I love it. But I have one last question, and I think we'll wrap it up here. But it's a difficult one, so try to stay focused, okay?
Yeah, concentrating.
Concentrate. I don't know if you have the amulet health.
No, but my constitution has been going really, really up lately. My patience and constitution, yeah.
She gets so many XP, guys, lately. So, create a homebrew item on the spot for yourself, and let's say you are your own character. What are you choosing to enhance on yourself and why?
I need a druidic focus probably because as you all know, I aspire to be a real life druid. Am I not?
You are.
Or maybe a monk lately, but we'll see.
We'll see on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's think though. So maybe a necklace. I do love my necklaces. Like the one you got for me as a gift, an acorn or a hazelnut maybe, with lots of ivy leaves, both green and yellow, all around it. And as a passive, it will give me infinite protection from evil and Scorpio suns. So
Okay.
I can avoid so I can avoid all these fiends, aberrations, and undead that want to suck my energy and waste my time all the time. And who knows, maybe it will just trap all of them in the acorn. And once I decide to take it off, I can create a blighted tree and cause chaos to the world. And
Ooh.
of course, it will require attunement. We can't forget the important stuff. Am I right?
Of course we can. And what would be cool with this one? This hazelnut would be connected with its tree, practically your tree. So,
Mm-hmm.
depending on the time of the year, the necklace could grant you different minor abilities or enhancements, like increased healing power during the spring, enhanced control over plant life in the summer, a boost to fortitude in the fall, and resistance to cold in the winter. A different phase for your tree, a different ability for you as a gift from your tree.
And that's where the cloak comes in. That's exactly where
Yes.
we need a cloak to represent
Yes.
this as well. But that would be so cool. Or hear me out, maybe give me the ability to transport via plants once a year on my birthday so I can come and visit you for free.
Oh, that would be so perfect. For now, just cast fly and fly to us, okay?
I'll
That
fly.
counts too. For me, since we are our own characters, I definitely relate to a bard.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, so we've got to play with that. I think I would create a lute with strings that shimmer like strands of light. And this magical instrument can morph into any type of musical instrument. And as the player wishes, and when it is played, it can produce sounds ranging from classical music to metal music. And each style of music would grant specific magical benefits to the bard and their allies. For example, let's say that if you play a classical tune, you and up to 3 allies within 60 feet gain a +2 bonus to AC and saving throws for, let's say, 10 minutes. If you play jazz, it will grant you, I don't know, a dash or disengage action as a bonus action on each of your turns. Or rock
Is it
music.
because is it because jazz is so bad that you want to disengage?
Come on, I love jazz.
I'm
Say
sorry. I'm just
that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Don't say that because we have both watched La La Land.
Oh, no, just keep talking about your item,
Thank
please.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Zephy won this round, guys.
Yep.
What was I saying? I think rock music could provide you +1 bonus to your attack rolls and damage rolls. Folk music, that's for you.
Hmm.
Okay, because it's you, I'd say that you can
Heal.
heal for 1d6 hit points at the start of each of your turns. Or even blues, in which you can gain resistance to psychic damage and advantage on
Hmm.
saving throws against being frightened or turned. And also, let's say that it's an action to activate it and a bonus action to change the music styles. It could be a very rare item, and only bards can attune to it, of course. Only bards.
Obviously.
So I think I like this item. I like this
That's a
one.
good idea.
So now that we had a great brainstorming, I think
Let
it
us
is.
know though on Instagram
Yeah.
if you liked any of these two items so we can make them and post them.
Or if they already exist, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Because there are so
I don't
many
I don't think
items
so.
out there on the internet. And
Protection, I was
you
gonna
may.
say protection from Scorpio Suns. I don't think that exists.
Okay, yeah, that's true. But it would be something similar at least. I don't know. Because there's so many creative people out there. Anyway, so wrapping it up, thank you guys for listening to us once again. And I personally want to wish a very happy birthday to my and our beloved druid, our nerdy halfling librarian, and our emotional Gemini and fearless thinker who is now a year wiser and stronger than ever. May all your dreams keep coming true and aim higher and higher till you reach the stars. will be there watching you grow like your beloved tree. Happy birthday, Val! And we'll see you again on the next episode. Till then, may all your rolls be a natural 20. Bye!
Bye.